Good evening and welcome to Africa Timeline. I'm your host, bringing you the latest developments from Somalia and beyond. Here are tonight's top stories. Somalia receives counter-IED vehicles and equipment from the United Kingdom to strengthen its fight against terrorism. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud returns to Mogadishu on a Somali-owned aircraft, the first such event in 35 years. The Council of Ministers condemns Israeli aggression against Qatar and approves a new national meat inspection law. Somalia's Speaker of Parliament meets Qatar's ambassador in Mogadishu. Somali lawmakers join the founding of a Pan-African and Asian Council in Beirut. And Somali diplomats in Jeddah reaffirm solidarity with Qatar and open new talks with Oman. Our first story tonight comes from Mogadishu, where the federal government of Somalia has officially received a significant donation of counter-IED vehicles and equipment from the United Kingdom. The ceremony was attended by Defense Minister Ahmed Mawalin Fiki, Army Chief General Ottawa Yusuf Raga, and UK Ambassador Charles King. The advanced vehicles are designed to detect and neutralize improvised explosive devices, one of the deadliest weapons used by the Al-Shabaab insurgency. Minister Fiki thanked the UK for its continuous support, calling the donation a life-saving investment for Somalia's soldiers. He emphasized that this partnership is a vital step in modernizing the Somali National Army and ensuring lasting peace. Analysts say this move reflects both Somalia's determination to confront terrorism and the UK's long-term commitment to Horn of Africa security. In another historic moment, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud returned to Mogadishu from Addis Ababa on a Somali-owned and registered aircraft. The Premier Airlines jet, marked with registration number 60PAA, landed at Aden Ade International Airport, where it was greeted by officials and citizens alike. This is the first time in 35 years that a Somali president has used a national carrier for official travel. Observers say the symbolic flight demonstrates confidence in Somalia's aviation industry and sends a powerful message of sovereignty. It is seen not just as a logistical detail, but as a milestone in rebuilding national pride and trust in Somali institutions. Somalia's Council of Ministers, chaired by Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre, has condemned Israeli aggression against Qatar. In a strongly worded statement, the Council declared Somalia's unwavering solidarity with the government and people of Qatar, stressing its opposition to violations of international law. The message adds to a growing chorus of Somali officials expressing support for Doha. Meanwhile, the Council also approved an important domestic policy, the Law on the Inspection and Protection of Meat. Proposed by the Ministry of Livestock, the law will regulate hygiene, quality and safety standards across the country's meat industry. Officials believe the legislation is a turning point for public health and food security in Somalia, aiming to protect consumers and strengthen confidence in local markets. In Mogadishu, the Speaker of the House of the People, Sheikh Aden Mohammed Noor Madobi, held a meeting with Qatar's ambassador to Somalia, Dr. Abdullah bin Salam Al Nuaimi. The two discussed bilateral cooperation, focusing on expanding political and economic ties. Diplomatic observers note that this is yet another example of Somalia deepening its partnerships with Gulf nations, particularly Qatar, which has been a strong supporter in areas of development and infrastructure. Somali lawmakers also made their mark on the international stage this week. A delegation of parliamentarians traveled to Beirut, Lebanon, to participate in the launch of a Pan-African and Asian Council. The Somali delegation included MP Ismail Eid Mohammed, Mohammed Adan Dahir, and Senator Samira Mohamud Haji. The new council aims to unite legislators from both continents, encourage dialogue, and strengthen cooperation on development and global governance. Somalia's active involvement underscores its commitment to international partnerships and its growing diplomatic profile. Finally, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Somali officials held a series of diplomatic meetings. Led by Consul General Dr. Abdul Ali Hersi Abdullah and Abdurrahim Osman Elmi, Somalia's acting permanent representative to the OIC, the delegation visited Qatar's consulate to express solidarity following the recent Israeli aggression. The officials also visited Oman's consulate, where discussions focused on strengthening trade and investment relations, particularly in Somalia's natural resources sector. These moves highlight Somalia's expanding regional diplomacy, as it seeks both solidarity with allies and new economic opportunities. And that wraps up this week's top stories from Somalia. From international military cooperation and historic aviation milestones to bold diplomatic stances and new laws at home, Somalia is navigating both challenges and opportunities with renewed determination. This has been Africa Timeline. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of Somalia and the wider Horn of Africa. Thank you for watching and good night.